might be good today to kind of lay out and read.
Yes.
Yeah.
A nice day and a little bit of a drier start for many, even in southeast New Mexico, but we still have a difference in the air masses. Dew points in the 60s in Carlsbad and Hobbs, a dew point of 64 in Carlsbad. Meanwhile, not too far away in Roswell to the north, a dew point of 39. The separation between the green colors, the humid air, and the drier air, the tan colors, is that dry line separating Roswell, Carlsbad, and Hobbs that has moved eastward and still moving eastward for now. A dew point of 40 in Las Vegas, a dew point of 37. Pretty dry there in Albuquerque, a dew point of 33 in Socorro, and a dew point of 30 in Alamosa. And these dew points, especially in the northern mountains, whenever we have clear skies, light winds, and dry air, they usually are a signal of how low those temperatures will go. With a dew point of 30, we may drop to right around that before we begin to warm up in Alamosa. And we're pretty close to that dew point of 30, 33 right now there, 41 in Taos, 54 Santa Fe, 57 in Albuquerque, 60 and dry in Socorro. We're sitting at 55 in Tucumcari, 66 in Clayton, pretty mild there, 68 Roswell, 71 in Carlsbad, the warm spot on this map. Meanwhile, 48 Farmington, pretty chilly there, 41 Durango, 64 at the TRC, and as well as Las Cruces. So generally temperatures a bit below normal for most, closer to above normal criteria in far southeast New Mexico with higher humidity. But mostly clear skies. We are starting to see some wispy clouds approach from the south and west. You can hardly tell that they're there because we're hardly dealing with any clouds, but slightly more moisture is coming on in. But today, mostly dry for now. Here's a live look at Albuquerque. We do notice the outlining parts of the Sandias with the full moon still out there and the light on top of the Sandias. Gotta love when the city lights contrast with a scene like this in an air temperature 57 and dropping at the Sunport. An east-southeasterly wind at 6 miles per hour, 47% relative humidity, even drier and a little bit cooler compared to yesterday morning, but a warmer day reaching around 87 in the Duke City, 84 in Santa Fe, 70s for much of the northern and western areas, and low 80s in the lower valley locations of the western mountains, and upper 60s in the high terrain. Widespread 90s in eastern and southern New Mexico, near record high temperatures in Roswell at 97 and 90 spreading to our friends in near Deming and especially Las Cruces and Alamogordo. Our average high 82 in Albuquerque, 87, mostly sunny, warming up. So from long sleeve shirt weather or light jacket weather to t-shirt weather. Slightly more clouds today because of some of that moisture coming in a lot from the south and west, but hardly any rain across our viewing area. A few scattered showers in southeast New Mexico. Not going to really amount to too much. And more of those showers may be getting closer to Tucumcari by midnight in the Organ Mountains of Las Cruces. And even some of that moisture in the Sandias tomorrow morning in the western mesas. But Albuquerque, despite more clouds and more damp air tomorrow morning, it will likely be rain-free. But storms will really fire up tomorrow from near Raton to Clovis and Tucumcari down to the south and east. We'll see some strong thunderstorms and potentially severe storms. So the storm track moving from the southwest to the northeast with this low pressure bringing in moisture but also drier air on the southern periphery of the storm track. So isolated strong storms are either way, but drier air may kind of make its way into the southern periphery of this low pressure system. Another track may be more wet with northern mountain areas and eastern areas really becoming stormy. But either way, likely Albuquerque, we won't see rain. Eventually, Farmington, Durango, you may. Mid to upper 70s in the short term in Durango, high 60s and low 70s in the longer term. Low temperatures generally near freezing Alamosa, high 30s and low to mid 40s from Pagosa Springs to Cortez. Again, Farmington, 80s in the short term, stormier and cooler in the 70s by this weekend. By the way, the first weekend of fall. Grants will also be stormier starting tomorrow, potentially. Camado, 80 today, 90s from Deming, Las Cruces, and Alamogordo before we drop off this weekend. Roswell, near record high temperatures today, but stormier in the upper 80s and low 90s by Saturday and Sunday. Low 80s today in Ruidoso, similar there in Mora and Las Vegas. Tucumcari, low to mid 90s today. Some stronger winds today from the south and west, gusting close to 30 miles per hour. We'll see some of that in Santa Fe. 80s in the short term, high 60s, low 70s in the longer term. Red River, Angel Fire in the upper 60s, low 70s. From Moriarty, Estancia, Tijeras, temperatures in the high 70s, low to mid 80s today. 80s and lower 90s from the North Valley to the South Valley. Albuquerque, 87 today. Maybe a tad warmer tomorrow, but the kind of the pressure gradient between the low pressure to the west and the high pressure to the east will either way create stronger winds this weekend and fall-like weather for the first day of fall on Sunday. So changes underway.
Yeah, Mother Nature got the memo, and she's like, 53, watch this.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit chilly for Saturday morning to Sunday morning, especially on Monday morning, so we'll take it.
Yeah, it's that time of year. Thanks a lot, Ryan.